Late March typically marks the start of home buying season in the U.S.
This year, the Federal Reserve decided to keep interest rates the same for now. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger joined CBS This Morning to discuss how this decision could affect the housing market.
We had a good month. Let's look back to 2018, which was a pretty good year. But the big complaint over the last few years has been there just aren't a lot of homes for sale. It looks like inventory is starting to improve. We probably bottomed out last year. That's really good news for the buyers. I would also say for sellers who have had the advantage for the last 3 or 4 years, you've got to be a little bit quicker to pull the trigger now if you get a good bid.
Does that mean new housing starts, or are people deciding, hey, I'll sell my house now after waiting?
A little bit of both. And so I would think that this is a good time to be looking, as you said, low mortgage rates. And also we've seen some good gains in wages over the last year and a half or so. So more people can potentially enter the market.
And so as you heard, as you mentioned, the Fed is now going to probably hold off on raising rates for the rest of the year, citing a potential global slowdown that could impact the U.S. So why are home prices rising?
Yeah, it's really about taking a long view here, because what we do know is that lack of inventory was a big driver of increase in prices. So what we know is this. Home prices, they peaked in 2006. Then they cratered and really bottomed out around 2012. From 2012 through last year, though, prices started to go up pretty dramatically by more than 50%. What we know is price increases are slowing down a little bit as we get more inventory. But for a lot of people, those higher prices have been a big problem in entering the market.
Yeah, and then sometimes you get into bidding wars over houses, which I just refuse to pay over the asking price.
I agree with you.
Just on principle. I don't care how much I like the house. But you say first-time home buyers make a lot of mistakes, like?
Yes, well, there's a lot of studies about their behaviors. And one of the things that they do is that classic mistake, which is they tend to bid over asking because their emotions take over. Oh, my God, I got to have this house. And when we look at some of the surveys, we see that about 54% of the time they're bidding up. And that compares to in the mid-30s for other home buyers. The other thing that they tend to do, they don't shop around for mortgages. They listen to a realtor who says, go to this mortgage broker, but they don't shop around. And this can cost you a couple $100s a month. So we want people to be informed before they go out and buy that first home.
So for those people who have not yet bought your book and read it, which I did, and most people should, when do you know that it's the right time for you personally to buy a home?
So we always get down to running the numbers. There are a lot of calculators online. There's a good one from the New York Times that's the buy versus rent calculator. You want to look at principal, interest, homeowners insurance, and taxes. But you also have to add in some money for ongoing maintenance. This can be anywhere from 1 to 3% of your purchase price on an annual basis. Really important. I also want to be clear, if buying a home is going to preclude you from doing lots of other things in your life, perhaps sending your kids to the school they want to go to, perhaps funding your retirement, paying down other debt, you may want to put that on hold.
But isn't there a simple formula that if you make X amount of dollars, X amount should go to your home costs? Is it 10%, 20? Isn't there
so there have been a simple formula, but we're really blowing that up. Because why? Because home prices in many areas have blown up, and those formulas don't really work well for real people. Again, if we can get you to run your own numbers, it's almost like saying, hey, I am this tall, this is my body shape, how much should I weigh? I don't know, I got to look at you. So everybody is different.
162.
All right, fine, you
That's
go
what
there.
The doctor told
you wanted to go there.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.